Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, we are going to be looking at my post-patch 4222 custom tactics. So, we've had enough time to digest the patch. Has it been out like a week, 10 days or something now? Definitely for me, feels like the game's got a bit more attacking, which will definitely suit some formations more than others. The 4-2-2, generally speaking, is one of the more balanced formations in the game. So has this patch hurt or weakened it? Not really. I don't think it's drastically changed too much for this formation. It's still going to be a very good meta formation for the rest of the year. I mean, honestly, the way FIFA plays, I think the 4-2-2, 4-4-2, and 4-2-3-1 at absolute worst always going to be a fairly good formation. The 4-2-2, as long as I've really played FIFA competitively, so 6 years now I've been doing FIFA full time, it's always been pretty good. So I don't think you can really go too wrong with it. And this is the team I've been using for it. I've honestly just been keeping the same team and not really changing it up too much. But long term, the team this season coming up, I think my team will change quite a bit. Forgot to change the manager when I switched the formation. Who was it I needed? Yeah, Italian manager. I always forget to do stuff like this. When you build new squads, I quite often copy. I end up copying the squad, and it ends up putting the manager in. Make sure your chemistry's full so you don't make mistakes like that. Very easy to do. Let's go look at the actual custom tactics. So, as always, anyone who knows my videos, who's watched my tactics videos over the years, will know, generally speaking, I pretty much always will do this. I will have a defensive and attacking variation, and they're both pretty similar, but there is a change between the two. I always start in the more balanced one, that is the defensive one. It is not defensive, that is just the name that EA called the game plan. And then I have the ultra defensive and ultra attacking ones as well that I use to see out a game or to come back in a game if I'm losing late on. Room's really dusty, maybe that's why the throat's not healed. Okay, so we'll explain the tactic in a minute. In terms of the players you want, ideally speaking, you want 5-star, 5 stars up front. At this point of the game, there is a lot of options. There are a lot of options when it comes to the 5-star, 5 stars up front. EA, at the start of the year, there's not many at all. It's very hard to get very good ones, whereas the year goes on, we get a lot more. Out wide, you want pace. Valverde is not ideal here. It's just what I have in my team. And when I try formations out, tweak stuff, I don't want to change my whole team up or buy and sell just to test a formation out. So ideally, you want pace. And honestly, the wingers or Lam and Ram want to be a bit like the strikers. But I'd rather have my best players in the middle where they get a chance to do more. So that's why well, yeah, you just want 4 attackers essentially, but the strikers, put your best players there. Weak foot is a lot less important out wide. I would like a left footer on the left to shoot a cross goal, right footer on the right to shoot a cross goal. Finesse shots across aren't that good this year, so that's why you want left on the left, right on the right. But like I said, the better weak foot and better players in general, you do want up front. The way I play this formation, I have a CDM who stays back a bit more. He's going to anchor the team. It's quite important that at least one player in your team can defend decent. And then the other CDM has to be pretty good going forward. Again, a bit like how the strikers, there's a lot more 5-5 options now. There are a lot more very good options going forward for midfielders. At this point in the game, you shouldn't really be stuck with a midfielder who can't attack. There's enough great midfielders who can do a bit of everything. I think the best midfielders on this game for the last few years have always been very well-rounded ones who can be box-to-box. But it's important the one who goes forward. In this team, it's going to be Modric can do that. This centre-backs, obviously, just be good centre-backs, the standard stuff. In this formation, the full-backs do not need to get forward, so therefore you don't need full-backs who are very good going forward. Do you want full-backs who are good on the ball, can pass and stuff? Sure, it's a benefit, but it's not as essential. So the defending physical pace matters a lot more. The actual tactic, balanced. I don't think you need to change too much from this at the start. 45 width. 72 depth. That's what I've been using at the moment. 72 depth gives auto offside traps on new gen. On old gen, this isn't a thing, so you might want to just lower the depth. However, I don't think depth really is that noticeable. Out of all the tactic instructions, I think depth's the one that you notice the least. Build-up play, I pretty much relentlessly go balance direct unless it's a formation where I want to really capitalise on the through balls and the runs, so I might go forward runs. 55 width. Here, you could go anywhere from 50 to 60. Depends. Tweak it in game. If you find that you end up going out wide too much, maybe lower it. If you find you play too narrow, maybe up it. Players in box, I would never go higher than 7, even on an all-out, because I just think it leaves you too little options to go backwards. Sometimes going backwards is better in attack. People don't do that enough, but it can help. For corners, free kicks, I've got it 3 and 2. And we need to show instructions. For the instructions, stay central, stay forward on both the strikers. Come back on defence, and then the rest default on the Lam and Ram. I have come back on defence. It really makes a big difference when defending, and one of the reasons this formation is so good in terms of balance. If you want to be more attacking and be able to counter-attack a lot better, you could go stay forward, but it will really severely hurt your defence. Cut passing lanes, cover centre on both CDMs. The only difference is one is on stay back, like I said before. The other's on balance attack. The stay back needs to be the one who's a better defender, and the balance needs to be the one who's just the best going forward. Stay back and then default on everything else on the defenders. Keeper, it really doesn't matter. I don't think it really does anything. Press after possession loss is our attacking one. 80 depth. 80 depth ups it slightly, but I really don't think it's too noticeable. The instructions are almost identical. I do up the width a little bit in the attack in this one. I don't really know if that actually changes too much. The main instructions or tactics that change things a lot are the defensive style, the depth because of new gen and the auto offside traps, then build up and chance creation. The others don't really drastically change stuff too much. In terms of instructions, I keep things pretty much the same. The big difference is getting to the box on the Lam and Ram. You will notice with this they'll make a lot more runs in behind because they're trying to get into the box. So it's a lot better for getting runs out wide. One of the reasons is the width. You could go getting behind, but I think it does make your attacks and strikers a little bit one-dimensional. I keep these the same, keep the defence the same. It's very similar, but it plays very different in game because of press after possession loss. Press after possession loss drastically changes how your defence plays. As soon as you lose the ball, you're going to be very aggressively trying to win the ball back. And in terms of this, they're getting it's basically a getting behind, getting to the box for the Lam and Ram will change how they will make their runs. It's going to help you a lot in terms of catching people out, but they are going to probably lose a bit more stamina and won't come back on defence quite as much because they're going to be further up the pitch. Overall, very good balanced formation. Still one of the top ones on this game. Will be for the rest of the year, in my opinion. I can't see anything really changing to stop that. Hope this video has helped you guys out. Let me know how you find the tactic. Appreciate you guys as always. Keep it spicy. Peace.